Yo, come around the world, welcome back to Conqueror's Corner. It's your boy Serge. It's your boy Rooks. Welcome back, baby.
Thank you.
And before we get underway, remember, smash that subscribe button, hit a like, but let's get on with it, man. The Paranormal Liberation Front.
That's a mouthful, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I like this chapter, but that name, I don't know, it doesn't sit with me right now.
It don't sit with me either, man. Like, obviously, it's just nice that they've kind of just tied it all in, that the fight is over. Off the
fight is over.
The fight is over.
The fight is definitively over.
Like, they're trying to show how Shigaraki took out Re-Destro's legs, man took his soul.
He made him his dog.
You guys know who have seen what's this? The bad ending. Bad seasons. The two bad seasons at the end. Come on, guys. Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
I ain't that deep in.
If anyone's seen Game of Thrones, then you know what happened to Reek.
Jesus.
Spoiler.
Oh, man.
Spoiler.
Oh, that's cold.
So he's pretty much broken Re-Destro's soul.
Didn't say this, but this is our Manga Chapter Review of My Hero Academia, Chapter 240, Power. But that's not important right now. What's important is we've got a new king, Kami-san. I'm gonna start calling him that from now on. Shigaraki is on another level. He has managed to unite the Liberation Army with the League of Villains, and we've got this bogey new name that people don't like. I don't like it either. I reckon if you like it, we'll shoot you. But when you think about it, you have just got an amazing army. Forget the numbers. I'm just talking about aside from Dabi, Spinner, all that you got now. You got Apocrypha. All these other people have just joined, and when there's that little lineup of them.
So you got
that guy who was controlling the unanimated objects.
I'm gonna get the names. So we got Re-Destro, Curious, Trumpet, Skeptic. We've got Spinner. We've got Mr. Compress, Toga, Twice, and there's one more person, Dabi.
All these generals.
Nine commanders.
This is amazing, man.
Nah, he's definitely.
Another note, Hawks is infiltrating the ceremony. Double Agent Hawks, second strongest hero Hawks is in there. We know he's been talking to Dabi. It's a mad thing right now.
Hawks has got balls, man.
Man, and there's that flash, but like, now, question, did he kill Genist?
When I read it on my phone, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know who the hell it was. When I got to the children and I was like, oh, who was it? And they told me it was Genist. And then it all come back, flashing back. Genist was in his room. He was confronting Hawks or talking to Hawks about certain things. Now Genist is in. So the question is Genist dead? Personally, the way Hawks was behaving and his character, the way he was questioning what was going on, his fear of the situation, I don't think that's Genist. Now the reason being is because of Genist's ability. He can really like manipulate Fred. So has he created a Fred version of himself?
Maybe, but I don't know. I think Hawks does things in such a let's say not a normal heroic way.
Yeah.
Remember with mangaka they like to twist and turn. So he could be a guy that's about the greater good but willing to make dirt and sacrifices to do so. And maybe him doing that is what will get him close to Dabi to do what he needs to do. So both things, I'm up in the air. I'm gonna go and say Genist is dead.
Yeah.
Personally, because I'd like to believe it. We want more. I want more.
No. I'm not worried about him dead. I'm just curious about
my guy. Listen, I got a personal beef with Genist. When Bakugo was going down to be his apprentice, my man was trying to change his hair. He was mad to disrespect the future king. Stop. It's completely disrespectful. So if he had to go.
Why is he so angry about
He had to go, man. I got Bakugo's back, bro.
Oh my god.
That's baby bro right now.
Yeah. Let's get back on topic. Genist. No, forget. Sorry. My train of thought is Dabi's not a fool to dead bodies. So the way he said, I don't know if it's him, but at least you kill somebody. So I am on that ledge where has the second hero, who's supposed to be protector of all people, actually killed an individual, regardless of who it is. Because you can't fool a man who's all about dead bodies and knows the smell of blood and knows the smell. You can't fool him like that. So that whole idea of me saying that I could be a dummy, it's not going to go too far, especially if they find out it's not.
But even the perspective of the drawing is like, we can't see in what context
Yeah.
this flashback is. Was Dabi even there to see it, or is he talking about it and we're seeing what's happened?
Yeah,
so we don't
fair.
know that perspective quite clearly yet. So obviously we just have to wait and see. You know, people, they ain't afraid to kill an MHA.
No.
I'll say one thing with that. Another note, Shigaraki seems to be injured.
Yeah. Knee brace,
walking stick. But I think he's alright. I don't see that as a long-term injury. What are you guys thinking?
I think he might be slowed down just a little bit, because after that clash, I feel like he has become maybe OP, or maybe he's just fit into the position he should have been in or needs to be in order to combat, you know, the likes of Midoriya, Bakugo, the whole hero association.
What's interesting here, it just came to my head, is Midoriya kept hurting himself with the excess power. Could it be like the mirror finger for Shigaraki?
For real.
You know, this is too much power for him to handle at this moment in time, and he still needs to get a grasp of it, because obviously the level of destruction, like his nature in that fight was suicide almost. But he was just that powerful. He forced him to submission.
Do you know what's funny about it? Because think about it right now. He's only really awakened his quirk, if that makes sense. In a sense, he had a quirk, but it wasn't to the fullest extent, as it's been mentioned. So him awakening his quirk fully, he can't handle it. His body can't handle it because he's not trained it. Throughout the whole years, he's not put himself through the training to be able to take the benefits of his quirk for the fullest extent. Now, that being said, leads on to us nicely, Re-Destro. Equipment heaven.
That no rap boy.
He had his whole team will just they'll come up in flying suits. They'll come out like the Power Rangers.
No, it's true. I mean, you have to look at it now. My man's legless. Like Shigaraki literally took his feet and he took his soul. Now I wanted to say this because I didn't want to paraphrase inaccurately. Excellent work, sir. May I offer you something to drink? Get lost. Sure, with pleasure. Trumpet, let's get lost. It's like a figure that Cole has so brilliantly, like he was intimidating.
No, he was.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Re-Destro 2 months ago, with this whole, at the beginning of this arc, was intimidating. Shigaraki has reduced him to nothing. This is just,
it's crazy.
It's absolutely
that's
crazy.
Character decline development, and that's insane that you cut Shigaraki on to go. That's the way you built him, and then you dropped him off to the bottom of the stairs, and you made it realistic.
Yeah, another thing that was interesting about having this addition of Detonarak, the weapons, is it is similar to the hero association, because they actually have a field or area in which they develop weapons as well. Yeah. So it's a similar kind of thing.
And just a side note, Hawks did say that like their infrastructure now seems to be even more powerful potentially than the whole hero association. Like that's the level of power the League of Villains have evolved to. Or as you say, the paranormal liberation.
Yeah, whatever they want to put it.
I'm still calling them the League of Villains for me.
They need to just stick with that.
Yeah.
Well, really, they still are
the League of Villains.
And the League of Villains with these people now.
With these people, extra bodies.
Yeah.
He's got an army now, to an extent. He didn't have an army, he had a few loyal soldiers, strong loyal soldiers, but now he's got army fodder, just to throw at people.
And you know what else was amazing to add to it? Remember, the Doctor copies quirks. So how much more of an addition do they have of copying quirks at Nomu?
How many sacrifices would they make of these individuals for Nomu?
I mean, it's crazy. Like it is crazy, but what you can fully expect is now we're gonna have to see some serious development with the heroes. We're gonna focus a lot on that now going forward, because we've developed the League of Villains like pretty far right now. So now we need to develop everyone else to another level. And I mean, let's go to the end. I want to know what you guys think. You know, there's that little exchange between Dr. Ujiko and Kami-san. That's right, I'm not calling him Shigaraki, it's Kami-san. I tame Machia, I take it, I've met your lofty standards. You regained your memories and reverted back to your old you, including your quirk as promised. So that's a thing of, maybe when he first awakened his quirk, it was overpowered, but then it was suppressed. So now he's unleashed it again.
Because he had those little moments of where he was going, ow, what's going on here? So.
And then the doctor says to him, I will grant you power if that is what you desire. First, there's just one small favor I'd like you to do for me. I'd like you to transport something for me. What could that be?
I'm actually lost to this.
I think there's no moves.
Potentially no moves, or it could be something that he knows what these lot had, because this is technology versus technology. Yeah. He wants something from Re-Detonarak.
Yeah, potentially.
Or Detonarak, sorry.
Yeah. The thing is with all of that is that, does he really need Shigaraki and them to do that when he can teleport things?
This is the funny thing though, it's control. Now, do you know what? And this just came to me now. It fits perfectly. Power. The title. Yeah. We're so focused on Shigaraki taking power, but in reality, he's submitting in context to the Doctor.
He's showing you levels. You've got Re-Destro has just given up his power, and Shigaraki's getting that, but Shigaraki
He's
bows
still
to
trying
the Doctor.
to the Doctor. He's still trying to seek his approval.
I get what you're saying.
But not to the extent where I think, okay, he's not against him, but he's still trying to seek approval from someone.
Because he's a part of his course. Because remember, his whole objective is to follow his master, all for one.
There you go.
And this is who else can hold him accountable to that but the Doctor.
So the Doctor has a power.
He has power. Relative power.
Relative power, yeah.
And then the last two panels, we've got Dabi and Hawks cuddling up. They actually look really happy together. You sure look happy. Of course, introduce me to everyone, would you? And then he's thinking, it's not over yet. I still have a patron here. I need to get a handle on the whole situation and report this to Endeavour and everyone immediately. Alright, Hawks, from here on out, if you fall behind, Japan is finished. And then danger looms, next issue, new developments. And we end there. So, is Hawks about to be introduced to the League of Villains?
Well, he says there's someone else sponsoring it. But the thing, and when he was in the crowd,
no, I don't think
he's seen the League of Villains.
No, he's seen them. He's sat there. I don't think Dabi's going to bring him close. The thing is with Dabi, right? He's got his own personality. I think he's saying, "Don't worry, all in good time." He'll tease him. He'll make him do more and more. He'll manipulate him as much as he can till he gets what he really wants out. But what Hawks is gaining, which is very valuable to an extent, is information.
Yeah.
But he's not gaining the contact he wants.
Yeah, he could be intentionally misleading Hawks at the end of the day, because
he could be doing
if we're saying Doctor has almost like 360 view of the whole city, the same as Detmer, they can see what's going on. So what information are they really going to hold back from?
Well, anytime you got a scenario of double agents, you got to remember they're both lying to each other. Like they're playing chess, and ultimately, at the end of a chess match like that, someone has to fall. And I'm going to go as far as saying I think Hawks will eventually die.
I agree.
Once you go into that dark world, there's a common theme anytime people play double agent, they end up dead. I mean, if they kill Itachi, man, Hawks ain't got a chance.
Do you know what this is going to remind me of? This is going to kind of remind me of, it's not exactly the same, but a Jiraiya situation.
No, I was just thinking it's that same kind of situation, like you're going into the belly of the beast, for you to be able to go in and come out and be alright.
Yeah,
it's a bit much.
Yeah, it's a different.
There's more merit to you dying to serve everyone else. Yeah. That's something in the common theme. It could be wrong. It could go differently, but it would be very, very interesting. However, I think we've seen enough of the league.
It seems like we're entering a new arc at the moment.
We might get one or two more chapters to see what he's going to do for the Doctor. Yeah. But other than that, I think we're back to the heroes. And it's going to be interesting to see what the heroes thought about if this got around to them.
Yeah, the news, because the news was obviously manipulated to an extent as well about the whole situation. So you're right.
Curious manipulated the news to make it seem as if...
We've also got to remember, sorry to cut you off, they're kids. So them absorbing information will be different to adults.
It's true.
Oh, but the adults always feed the information to them.
No, but even in them reading it on the news, it's them absorbing it. They're mentally, they might not be able to understand that there's a double situation going on. So
because we're seeing it from both sides of the day, so it's going to be a little bit different for us.
Yeah.
For me, my MVP of the week has to be Shigaraki Kami-san. Like, it wasn't the kind of chapter where you're gonna really kind of anything specific happen that you want to give an MVP of the week, but I'm giving it to on what he did last week and his swag, the way he's carried on this week. Like, I mean, just the result of how he has reduced one of the most intimidating figures thus far to a wimp. Like, for me, it's Shigaraki Kami-san.
I wasn't gonna go with this one, but after Vim brought up power, I'm gonna have to go with the Doctor. Because the Doctor's smooth. He's smooth as hell. Like, he's not worried at anything. He's not worried about what's going on here. I still feel like he's trying to play Shigaraki. He's using Shigaraki as a pawn, but as mentioned earlier, I think Shigaraki's gonna end up killing the Doctor.
Oh
because of that. But at the moment, I think the Doctor's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the Doctor.
I'm gonna throw a spanner in the works, and do you know why? Because I feel sorry for him. Re-Destro. I feel sorry for the guy, man. Maybe listen, give him a chance. He was a good villain.
Yeah.
I want to give him MVP overall for the arc because it's coming to ultimate end. I liked him as a villain. He's very submissive now. He's complete change of character. I don't think he's ever going to have any type of anxiety or stress anymore. Because furthermore, he should never feel that because he's yes sir, no sir. But if he ever does feel stressed, I'm sure it will never come out.
You know though, there can be more stress thrown on him for that.
True.
Because he's trying to please Shigaraki, and Shigaraki's the
yeah.
For me, honorable mention has to be Hawks. Because if you did do the deed and kill Genius, I like you. So it's all good. But guys, let us know what you thought was your MVP of the week. Let me think what you think is going to happen with MHA, what's going on. Are you happy with the new Kami-san or are you blasphemous against him? Let us know. Anyway, also if you haven't already,
smash the subscribe, hit the like button.
Yeah, it helps us grow. We can give back to you. We're getting there. But
Kokosaki Corner, it's a
peace out.